Okay, now this is the lecture number 4. And this lecture we will discuss about accounting period for corporation tax, accounting period. And corporation tax is assessed for accounting period of the companies. In this lecture, we'll discuss about accounting period, financial years, VAT period, and tax status. Okay, these are the building blocks of how tax is assessed. So you need to be clear on the differences. Okay, the first one is accounting period for corporation tax. Corporation tax is assessed for the company accounting period. Assessed for the company accounting period. Let me change the color this one. For the accounting period. And the maximum length is 12th month. So the accounting period maximum 12 months. Fine. So maximum length is 12 months. Now usually matches the company financial statement. But if the accounts are definitely, if there is special cases where the accounting period means the accounts are longer or shorter, then tax period are split. An example is here that a company, a new company prepare accounts for the 12 month. So the tax account period is split into 12 month plus 3 month. Okay. So you have to understand that accounting period is equal to company account, the maximum 12 months. If longer, then definitely you have to split it. Okay. Then you have the financial year for corporation tax. So corporation tax rate applied to the financial year, which runs from past 1st April to 31st March. For example, the financial year 2024 is equal to year ending 31st March 2025. Now, if a company accounting period spans more than one financial year, if the company accounting period spans more than one financial year, then profit must be apportioned. The profit must be apportioned and definitely apply a different tax rate. So, for example, account from the 1st Jan 2024 to 31st December 2004 cover parts of the financial year of 2025 and 2024. So the profit or split, and definitely you will have to apply different tax rate. Clear? This is all about financial. So accounting period, a company account is greater or less, greater or equal to the 12 month financial year fixed from 1st April 2000, 1st April to 31st March, and apportion profit between year. Okay, then you have tax period for VAT. Next, this is the next case that VAT is assessed. VAT is assessed for a tax period. VAT is assessed for the tax year. Normally, this period is 3 months. Businesses submit VAT return at the end of each tax period. Okay, so you have to understand that VAT is assessed for tax period. VAT is assessed for tax year. Normally, this is 3 month quarterly, and businesses submit VAT return at the end of each tax period. For example, we have quarterly VAT return and different tax periods possible. For example, a sole trader files VAT return for April to June 2024, and some businesses may use monthly or annual VAT period depending on circumstances. So VAT is usually quarterly, 3 months, and return file at each period. So you have to remember this. Fine. And the last, we have the meaning of the tax status. So let's talk about tax status. Why it matters? Tax status decide whether an individual or a company falls under a UK tax rule. Tax status decide whether individual or a company fall under the UK tax rules. So that is tax status. Now, for individual, income tax and CGT based on residence plus domicile. We have discussed this earlier. Income tax and CGT based on residence. Okay, and IHT based on domicile. And UK resident tax on worldwide income. So for individual income tax and CGT based on residence, IHT based on domicile, UK resident tax on worldwide income. And example that UK resident earning salary in UK plus rental income in Dubai. So both are taxable in the UK. Okay. UK resident earning salary in UK plus rental income in Dubai. So both taxable in UK. Now, if non-UK resident Non-UK resident only tax on UK income. For example, a non-resident earning UK rental income, so taxable in the UK, but foreign salary not tax. Okay, so non-UK resident tax only on UK income, only on UK income. So this is for individual. Now for the company perspective, for company, let's say corporation tax based on residence of the company, based on residence company. For example, a UK resident company tax on worldwide profit, but non-UK company with UK branch is tax only for the UK profit. So only resident rules are exemptable in the tax UK, and domicile is not exemptable except mentioned for the IHT context. So only you have to remember this for IHT context, and this will not be exempt for others like CGT, etc. Okay. What we have understand, we have so the thing we have understand that individual and residence income tax and CGT plus domicile IHT base, and companies residency only, resident worldwide income and gain taxable, and non-resident only income generated in the UK or taxable. So this is the snapshot you have to see and you have to understand. Okay, so corporation tax, what you have to understand, what you have to remember: corporation tax accounting period maximum 12 month, financial year fixed from 1st April to 31st March, in a portion a overlay. Okay, corporation tax, what we understand: corporation tax accounting period maximum 12 month, financial year fixed from 1st April to 31st March, and a overlay then a portion. For VAT, we understand that usually quarterly tax period. For tax status, we understand that residence is the key for individual and company, and the domicile only matter for inheritance tax. Domicile only matter for inheritance tax. Okay, so this is all about accounting period, and then financial year, and tax await tax period, and tax status. Okay, thank you for watching.